My name is Joanne, and throughout my life my dad was never really around. He was just in and out of the picture. He didn't really call. I went out with him on rare occasions. But when I turned 16, after my 16th birthday, he just sort of disappeared. I couldn't get in contact with him. I tried to call him and his phone would go to voicemail. I had no idea where he was. My family didn't know where he was either, so he literally could have been dead and I wouldn't have known anything about it. This made me feel like, okay, I didn't really, not that I didn't care, but because he was never really there, it didn't make much of an impact in my life. It probably did, but it wasn't sort of a conscious impact that it made on my life. I didn't feel like there was anything missing because he wasn't there, because he was never really there to begin with. But my life did start sort of going downhill from when I turned 16 and onwards. My life started going downhill. I started doing partying and all of these things. I felt empty inside. It wasn't necessarily because of him, but I just felt empty. I didn't feel like I had love at home. I never had a father figure there, a male figure in the house. It was just my mum. I was then invited to come to the help centre, and when I came they were giving out a family album, and so I took one because they were saying that through prayers things can happen. So I decided to use my faith and to pray. I'd never done so before, but I thought like nothing else has worked, so why don't I give it a go? And in the request that I wrote for my dad was that I wanted him to get in contact with me. They would tell us to try, take action, do what you can, and I'd done that already. And even when I was in the help centre, I'd done that, but it was still no answer and anything like that. And I came when I was 18 years old. This was already about 2 years. And I started to use my faith to pray with the family album every week, coming on the Thursday meetings as well, which were dedicated to the family, to pray for this situation, because I wanted to get back in contact with my dad. I wanted my family to be together. And or even if something, like to know if anything had happened to him, or just to know something, because I didn't know anything. So this went on, and for about three years I didn't receive an answer. I didn't see any change. I didn't see anything happen. After my 21st birthday, which was just recently, I was actually out with a friend and I was on the bus, and I got a text message, and it was just out of the blue. It was him, and he just texted me saying like, "How are you? It's been a long time." And from there I called him. I went to meet up with him. We spoke, we caught up. Now that my dad is back in my life, I'm very, very happy. Although we're still getting to know each other, because it has been about 5 years, we're still getting to know each other. He doesn't know anything about what I've been through, about my past, but I'm sure that as we continue talking, he'll get to know more about who I am. But it's just started to get to know each other as people again. So now I'm very happy that I have my dad back in my life, and to know that he's around and that he's willing to build a relationship with me again.